City officials say that they'll keep watching this rising Little Arkansas River because they only want Halstead to stay dry. The American Red Cross has just opened up a shelter at Ruth Creek Elementary. This is the home to 2 church workers 5 days a week. Last night it was hit by lightning, which ignited a fire.
That fire started around 11:40, and between the traveling trailer and home, there were 4 adults and 2 kids there when it started. They all made it out safely. I'm now joined by Fire Captain Stu Bevis. If you can tell us what started this fire. A simple wristwatch set off the security wand. Soon at Intrust Bank Arena, you too will have to prove you're no threat. The question on everyone's mind today, with a river that is at 20 feet 2 inches, will the city close the 2nd and 3rd floodgates? People in buildings 6, 7, and 8 still cannot go home. That's been a huge problem for some people with pets and those needing to take their medicine.
I thought I was going to be able to go back in and get my son's medicine, but we live too close.
Tracy Keck and her family have not been able to go home since 3 p.m. on Wednesday.
Today, I just want to go home.
That's a huge problem for her son, who needs his daily medicine. She says he can't go without it. She paid out of pocket for 2 days' worth of his medicine.
I just had to pay $100 and something just to get a couple days worth.
Other neighbors are facing similar problems.
I haven't slept since practically yesterday morning when I woke up at 4:30. So 4:30 till now I haven't slept a wink.
Why weren't you able to sleep?
Just worrying.
Ashley Porsche and her boyfriend are worried about their puppy locked in her kennel.
I don't know how our puppy's gonna last because, well, she's only a puppy and she's stuck in there.
With Cake's Belinda post.
The owner of South Lake Village said there's no way Jared Wasapiti could have ever lived here. He said with his criminal past, he could have never passed their background check.
We do check people out very carefully.
Brent Davis said the man responsible for the day-and-a-half-long stand-up was just a guest at his complex.
The deal is, this guy, we knew nothing about him, never heard his name before that night. He's not a resident here. 6
apartments were damaged in the shootout that ended last night. Davis helped those families move into open apartments and other complexes. Police told those who live in buildings 7 and 8 they still can't go home.
They said we cannot go in yet, and they told me maybe Monday or Tuesday.
Some don't know yet if their home has damage.
Pretty stressful. It's frustrating. It's, I don't know what of my stuff is even salvageable, if any of it, so it's pretty bad right now.
The owner said he plans to rebuild all 6 damaged apartments and that he's spoken with 4 of those 6 families who all plan to move back. Live in Wichita, Belinda Post, Cake News.
Now, Belinda.
Crews like the one behind me have been working for 21 hours, all to get your power back on. And for some people, that can't come soon enough.
When you get up in the morning, can't make your coffee. Not good not being able to make coffee.
Jim Sweeney couldn't make coffee this morning. Instead, he woke up to home damage and broken tree limbs.
I looked this tree up here, and this one's gone, this one's broke off.
His power was out for 12 hours. He wasn't the only one.
Nobody had power.
At least 20,000 houses went black last night, mostly in Sedgwick County. With 30 extra crews working, Westar says almost everyone will have power by tonight.
It kind of looks like polka dots across the city right now with just some of the smaller isolated outages that our crews are having to get to.
Westar spokesman Shane Batchelder says there were scattered outages across the county all night and throughout today. For Jim Sweeney, he's just happy he has power for his air conditioner.
Sleeping with no air conditioner, that was a little trick last night. I like that air conditioner.
If you still don't have power, you can call Westar at 1-800-LIGHT-KS. Live in Wichita, Belinda Post, Cake News. Fallen tree limbs like these are a common sight in Newton today after last night's storm. Still, the city's biggest problem might be the amount of rain that fell and how that's impacting the sewage system.
We were bucketing water out at midnight last night.
Nathan Hausman just cleared his yard last weekend. After last night's storm, you can't tell. Tree limbs are in piles, his yard's full of standing water. And worse, his sub pump flooded.
We had water running all through here. And there it goes now. It's wonderful when it works right.
Water overflowed, damaging their hallway and bedroom.
It's just, you know, it's that mildewy smell. It's all in the carpet, and underneath the carpet's that foam stuff, so it's all trapped underneath there. It seemed like no matter how many times we went over it with the rug doctor, there's still more water and moisture in there.
Similarly, the city's wastewater treatment plant is flooded. More than 3 inches of rain fell in less than an hour last night. That pushed the plant 3 million gallons of water past capacity.
This has been an astronomical event for us, so we're just trying to keep everything running so that people in town can continue to use their toilets, their sinks.
The plant has been pumping the water it can't handle into Sand and Slate creeks. Because of water damage to the plant, there is some staff working around the clock.
We're having to watch things every minute to make sure that we have equipment that's running properly. We ended up with equipment that gets flooded out on occasion, and so we're having to do things manually where normally we could have a computer that's operating a part of the facility.
The plant is running on backup generators right now.
We need to quit raining.
There's an oyster. He's an animal separate from this plant.
Mark Webster has tended oysters in Cedar Key since the 70s.
So I get a boatload every day.
Today he raises oysters for Southern Cross Sea Farms, but his bounty is nowhere near as great. After years of drought, reduced flows of fresh water crippled oyster production. When this happens, a bay can quickly become too salty for oysters.
He likes the mix of salt water and fresh water. Just a nice balance.
The situation is bleak in Apalachicola Bay. It's fed by a river that wanders from Atlanta, a major freshwater user. The state just filed another lawsuit demanding the Army Corps of Engineers release more freshwater from its dams.
Water quality is a big issue to oysters.
Some oyster farmers fear steps the government takes today won't actually help their business. In Cedar Key, they have the Suwannee River to worry about. Until their river has a more reliable freshwater flow, Webster will favor clams.
They like theirs a little bit saltier than the oysters do.
There's a feeling it will take years to restore the rivers.
I can't change the water. The water is what the water is.
But researchers say new aquaculture techniques will keep a sliver of the work alive.
Oh, we got good oysters.
In Cedar Key, Belinda Post, WUFT News.
That way you can